Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Friday. We got 9 matchups on this NBA slate today. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And if you guys like betting on NBA player props, you already know, go ahead and sign up with ParlayPlay. Get 5 free entries when you guys sign up. So go ahead and take advantage as we head into this pretty action-packed weekend here. And yeah, we'll hop in it. 9 matchups, starting with the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers opening up as 7-point home favorites with the over-under at 219.5. The last 3 head-to-head, Philly is 2-1. 2-1 covering the spread. The over has hit in 1 out of the last 3 matchups. Cleveland 1-5 in their last 6. They looked actually pretty bad. Philly coming into this on a 4-game winning streak. Ever since they got Harden, I mean, they've been playing lights out basketball, playing phenomenal here. And Cleveland 0-6 covering the spread right now. 1-4 on the road against Philly. Going to be tough to get a win in Philly, especially with how good Harden and Embiid are playing. Philly 7-3 at home. Love Philly at home here. I'm going to start labeling these picks in the description. Instead of taking a T-7, I'm just going to say against the spread because there's tons of line movement in the NBA. And unless there's some kind of crazy injuries or they're holding players out and there's a bunch of line movement, maybe I lean in another direction. But maybe the line moves up or whatever. But regardless, you know, we're taking Philly at home. Whatever the spread is, whatever you guys spread bettors want to bet at, do that at your own risk. But yeah, we're taking the Sixers at home here. Next matchup, we have the Utah Jazz versus the New Orleans Pelicans. Jazz opening up as a 3-point road favorite with the over-under at 228.5. The last 10 head-to-head, the Jazz are 7-3, 6-4 covering the spread. The over has hit in 7 out of the last 10 matchups. Utah 9-1 in their last 10. They're playing really good. Pelicans 6-4 in their last 10. They've actually been playing really good basketball since All-Star break started. The Jazz 15-5 against the Pelicans, 9-2 on the road against the Pelicans. Pelicans just 2-9 at home against Utah. Yeah, I'm liking the Jazz here on the road. Been playing great. Pelicans playing good too here, but gonna be tough. This is a really good Jazz team coming into this game really healthy. Yeah, I like the Jazz. That's a pretty small spread. So for you spread bettors, take them at whatever the spread is if you guys like that. But since the spread's kind of low, I think the money line's a much better play for your parlays. So we're taking the Jazz on the road here. Next matchup, we have the Houston Rockets versus the Denver Nuggets. Denver opening up as 13-point home favorites with the over-under at 234. The last 3 head-to-head, Denver is 3-0. 1-2 covering the spread. The overs hit in 2 out of the last 3 matchups. No major injuries for Denver. Houston really doesn't even matter. The Houston's been so bad. Houston currently, they're 0-10 in their last 10 right now. 0-7 on the road. 0-6 on the road against Denver. You got Denver coming off, I believe. Let's see, Denver coming off a loss against the Thunder, a game that they were 15-point favorites, and they lost by 12. Besides that, they've been playing great basketball. That was just one of those games where the underdog, beat them pretty good here. I like Denver at home. Coming off a bad loss against OKC, I think they make it up against this Houston team that hasn't gotten a win in over a month. I mean, there's just no way you can trust Houston. If so, go for it. But if you've bet on Houston the entire month of February, for the most part, you've lost a lot of money. So taking Denver money line at home for your parlays, minus 13.5, especially in the NBA, it's a very risky play. So I'd recommend throwing Denver in a teaser, get that point total down a bit. But yeah, we're taking in the Nuggets at home. All right, next matchup, we have the Atlanta Hawks versus the Washington Wizards. Hawks opening up as 2.5-point favorites with the over-under at 230.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Atlanta 6-4, 4-6 covering the spread. The overs hit in 5 out of the last 10 matchups. Atlanta coming off a back-to-back. Trae Young did play on Thursday. Hopefully he plays Friday as well. Atlanta 5-5 in their last 10. Washington 4-6 in their last 10. Atlanta 4-2 covering the spread right now. 4-2 in their last 6. Washington 5-12 in their last 17. No Porzingis. Carey Jr. are out. I like the Hawks minus 2.5 and money line on the road. Coming off a nice win against the Bulls yesterday. I'm gonna take the Hawks on the road in this one. Next matchup, we have the Indiana Pacers versus the Detroit Pistons. Pacers opening up as 3-point favorites with the over-under at 230.5. The last 10 head-to-head, the Pacers 6-4, 3-6-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 4 out of the last 10 matchups. The Pacers just 3-7 in their last 10. Detroit 4-6 in their last 10. Detroit coming off a 2-point win over the Raptors. Another matchup not in love with here. Detroit doesn't really get back-to-back wins all that often. They did against Cleveland and Boston. I like the Pacers on the road here. A matchup I'm staying away from. There's just nothing exciting about betting on the Pacers and the Pistons. But I do like the Pacers minus 4 on the road and money line on the road. Next matchup, we had the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Chicago Bulls. Bucks opening up as 3-point road favorites with the over-under at 238. The last 10 head-to-head, the Bucks are 9-1, 6-4 covering the spread. The overs hit in 3 out of the last 10 matchups. Milwaukee 6-4 in their last 10. The Bulls also 6-4 in their last 10. Bulls coming off a loss against the Hawks here, and coming off a back-to-back. Kind of a bad loss to the Hawks. Now they got to face this Bucks team that's pretty much fully healthy coming into this. Give me the Bucks. Give me the Bucks spread and money line on the road. Next matchup, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Timberwolves opening up as 8-point road favorites with the over-under at 231. The last 3 head-to-head, Minnesota is 2-1, 1-2 covering the spread. Anthony Edwards is questionable for this matchup, so be sure to check his status. Minnesota 6-4 in their last 10. OKC 3-7 in their last 10. Coming off a big win over the Nuggets. But besides that, OKC 0-5 at home. The overs hit in 5 out of their last 5 games here, so the overs definitely in play with these two teams. Not in love with the spread, but I do like Minnesota on the road, especially if Edwards plays. But even if he doesn't, I just don't trust this Thunder team. Cautious with the spread, but I do like Minnesota winning it on the road. Next matchup, we have the New York Knicks versus the Phoenix Suns. Suns opening up as 6-point home favorites with the over-under at 225. The last 10 head-to-head, Phoenix is 8-2, 8-2 covering the spread. The overs hit in 6 out of the last 10 matchups. Devin Booker is questionable. That's going to be the big question mark on this game. Be sure to check his status throughout the game. Hopefully they release that earlier in the day and not later in the day. The Knicks 1-9 in their last 10 on a 6-game losing streak. Phoenix 8-2 in their last 10, coming off a nice 30-point win against Portland. Knicks 0-6 covering the spread, 0-7 covering the spread against the Suns. Suns 17-3 in their last 20, 10-2 at home. Give me the Suns spread and money line at home. Even if Booker's out, I just don't trust this Knicks team. But if Booker does play, that's going to be make you feel more better about that Suns play. But we're most definitely rolling with the Suns at home. And then the last matchup, we have the Orlando Magic versus the Toronto Raptors. Raptors opening up as 8-point home favorites with the over-under at 220.5. The last 10 head-to-head Raptors are 10-0, 9-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 6 out of the last 10 matchups. No Wagner for the Magic. Fred VanVleet was out Thursday. OG Anunoby out for a couple weeks. Coming off a back-to-back. We'll see if Fred VanVleet does play Friday. Hopefully he does. Magic just 3-7 in their last 10. Toronto 6-4 in their last 10. Coming off a 2-point loss against the Pistons. Pistons are always capable of just stealing one of those big underdog wins, which is what they did. The Magic 0-7 on the road against the Raptors. They just haven't been able to beat the Raptors at all. Toronto 7-0 at home against Orlando. 13-5 at home. Really good home team. Not in love with this spread. If Fred VanVleet's out, I kind of do like them -8. But if he's out, I still like Toronto. I'd probably lean more of a money line play if Fred VanVleet is out. But nonetheless, we're taking Toronto money line. And then secondary, we'll take the spread at home. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Friday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Saturday. Have a good one.